It says we're almost live.
I had an iMac that would do that.
Yeah, it's done it once or twice before. It not all the time, but it does do this sometimes. It's weird. It's weird. I think we're back though now. Where the hell? Oh, we were talking about what did I say? Taco Bell for $4 for 2 fucking tacos.
Yeah, I remember when they were used to like 60, 70 cents.
Right? They were 69 cents. Yeah, we're back. Sorry guys, my computer just shut down. Yeah, when I worked at Taco Bell in the 90s, we sold the tacos for like it was 59 cents or 69 cents, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just talking the Flash. We're talking about prices and stuff. How much stuff has gone up? Like there is no dollar menu anymore. Like I remember being broke and I would treat myself to a dollar menu item. You know what was there was 2 good at Wendy's. Do you have Wendy's over there?
Yeah.
So when I was at I was younger and I was broke, I would go to Wendy's because for $1 you could buy a baked potato, and baked potatoes fill you up. You know, you get the baked potato with the sour cream and all that stuff for $1.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Yeah, I got kicked. I must have got kicked. My computer said he's talking about tacos, and it's Taco Tuesday, so I shouldn't be talking bad about tacos on Taco Tuesday. That's what it is. Boudin and cracker. What is boudin? Boudin is it boudin or I've heard that before. What is boudin?
Boudin?
Yeah.
Every Disney film, and you see these leftist films.
Sorry. What's that? What is boudin? Boudin
Patients are being denied prescriptions.
What the hell?
They've been taking for years for conditions like rheumatoid arthritis.
I was like, I don't want to hear this asshole. Boudin. It says boudin is Cajun food. Buy Cajun boudin, fresh boudin direct from our family. Okay, I don't like Cajun food though. No offense, Cajun. Sausage made with pig liver and spices. Oh yeah. I do like liverwurst though. Oh shit! I'm sorry, Drunk Uncle's not on the screen. Hold on, gotta put Drunk Uncle up on here. Sorry guys, my computer turned off and then turned back on for some reason. And Drunk Uncle's in the bathroom. He's got to do his urinary function right now. What's up, Christy Strom? How are you doing? How are you? Anyway, so let's get back. We don't want to hear Joe Biden, though. What's next up on our news for tonight? Sorry, guys. Like I said, the computer just froze. It shut down for a minute. I don't know why. But we fixed it. We're back on again. Oh, there's Drunk Uncle's back from his pee break. Dude, how many times do you pee a day on average, you think?
Not nearly as much as I used to.
Not nearly as much as you used to?
Yeah, I'd say about 15.
15? That's a...
Yeah.
Doesn't that mean, though, like, your stuff is going bad?
Magic realm between what you know.
Where's the sound coming
Well, I mean, when you're consuming liquids all day, every day, it's... your body can only hold so much.
32.5 turbo.
Hold on, I'm trying to find where the sound is coming from.
Joining us now is former ambassador to
the
UN, former governor of the great state of South Carolina,
there
and
we go.
author.
I found it. Well, I guess that's true, but I mean, I thought I don't know. Yeah, we're back, Cajun. We're back. All right, let's go back to the news. Why is it not pop? There it is. Let's see what we got on file now. Air Force warplanes intercept a pair of Russian bombers near Alaska. Frickin' what are the Russian bombers doing near us in Alaska? Right? 2 Air Force warplanes intercepted a pair of Russian bombers flying in international airspace near Alaska, the North American Aerospace Defense Command said Tuesday. NORAD said it detected, tracked, positively identified, and intercepted the 2 Russian Tu-95 Bear H bombers entering it. Let's see what these bombers look like.
Well, you do know that Alaska and Russia aren't that far apart.
Yeah, it's like 300 miles, I think, in certain
Oh,
spots.
I ain't that much.
And I know you can drive across it sometimes in the winter.
Damn.
That's an ugly looking plane. I mean, it's still got props on there. How fucking old is these planes? Wow. Yeah, let's see, Cat Lives Matter. So beer makes you pee 15 times a day. Last time I drank a glass of beer. Yeah, but Cat Lives Matter, he drinks like 12 or 13 beers a day. So they're entering and operating within the Alaska Air Defense Identification Zone. Let's look at the ADIZ. Let's see where it is. Hold on. Alaska. I've been to Alaska. I've been up there. Let's see, look at this picture right here. It's not gonna show us on the screen, is it? For United States, Canada. Here for Alaska. Here we go. Here's a picture of it. So yeah, right here. If you look right here in the middle, where 11 and 12 is, 11 is the closest point. Which, can I make this bigger? So that's actually 11 is probably Anchorage. Or no, Anchorage is way over here. 11 to 4 that's probably worth like 300 miles, I would guess. That's gotta be like 300 miles. They don't have a mileage chart on here. Love trucking. What's that love trucking? Wait 12 or 15 beers a day, but when he goes to his class, how does he make sure he's not drunk? Cajun says it's a 55-mile difference. Really? Okay, I was wrong. That was used to be mean to the people they were pissed off at the Russian Air Force. Oh, I'm a pureblood. Uh-oh, what's YouTube doing to us? Is YouTube messing up with us? Oh, that was from earlier, probably, Mike Jones says. All right, but anyway, so they caught him. The recent activity in the North American areas is not seen as a threat, nor is activity seen as provocative. Air defense identification zones are air sports areas in which the identification, location, and control of all aircraft is required in the interest of national security. So they're saying it's no big deal, right? But what do you think, drunk? They don't just do this anytime, right? They don't just show up there. You know, they know that that's a barrier where they shouldn't go. And now all of a sudden they're going through there. Don't you think that's a little bit strange?
Man, it's like a little fuck you.
Yeah, it's like a little poking the bear. You know, it's like, like when you're a little kid. I'm not touching you. That's what they're doing. I'm not touching you. Hold on, let me tell Mike Jones something. Okay, there we go. I'm not touching you. That's exactly what it is, bro. That's exactly what it is. You know, Russia, they say Putin's getting pretty crazy now again. Like, do you know that he wants to bring back he wants to go back to the Soviet Union? He wants to go back to the real Russia, as he calls it. The real Russia.
And I mean, if you were from there, you might. Well, I have no idea. You know, it's like I have no idea, like how the USSR got broken up. Like, if they revolted, or we just started taking, or somebody started taking territories and like annexing them, or not. But
Gorbachev, take down that wall.
Yeah, but if somebody come and took, like, even though we might say, like, they can have fucking California and Oregon and Washington State and stuff like that, but if somebody really come and, like, took it, we'd want that shit back.
Yeah. Well, so Cosmic Squirrel says, except we arm the neighbors to fight them, poking the bear. But here's the deal. I think about this as business, right? You know, it's just business. when you think about certain things, like, you know, when you have a friend and, you know, it's business. You know, oh, do I get a friendship deal? No, you don't get a friendship deal. It's business. The price is the price.
Yeah.
You know, it's business. We're making money. We're selling them our fighter jets that we don't use anymore. Business. We're selling them guns that we don't use anymore. Business. About that mighty dollar. That's the way I look at it. Reporters. Holy shit. Who is this girl? She was a top TV personality. This is her today. That's got to be one of those fake ads, huh? Reporter's notebook. Journeys with Nancy and her daughter. Nancy Pelosi's daughter. What is her name? Her name is it starts with an A. No. It starts with an A. Alexandria. There we go. Alexandra. So Ben Bergquam, he was on an HBO special that her daughter made it. So they were on the beach, right? And Ben's playing with Nancy Pelosi's grandkids. And he's like, so you mean I'm really playing with Nancy Pelosi's grandkids? And she's like, yeah. And it was just, it's pretty funny. But so Alexandra Pelosi has roamed the U.S. Capitol for decades, shooting video of her mother, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Alexandra has popped into bill signing ceremonies, stood in the rear at press conferences, shot, they like using this word lately, voluminous hours of video of the speaker walking from her office near the Capitol rotunda across the marble, black and white checkered floor. Right? That's what she does. She's a documentary filmer. She made a splash shooting Journeys with George, a film 2000. She's never done anything big, right? But if you watched the January 6th hearing the other day, they used her footage for it. And you could hear Nancy Pelosi just saying some shit that she shouldn't have said. I forget what it was. With the never before.
Like, I've been waiting on this. Or I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, something like that.
That was a huge flag. I'm like, so you did know some shit was going to go down, you fucking wretched whore.
Right. They're investigating last year's riot at the Capitol, played a never-before-seen video from her archive in its final public meeting last week. Show compelling images of the speaker alongside Senate Majority Chucky Schumer working the phones from a secure location at Fort McNair, 2 miles away from the Capitol. The striking video shows Pelosi and Schumer begging military and local governors to summon the cavalry to stop the riot. At one point in the video, an aide off camera tells Pelosi that authorities instructed lawmakers still on the House floor to don tear gas masks. And it says, "Do you believe this?" And she says the video then shows Pelosi and Schumer barking at acting Attorney General Jeff Rosen to quell the violence with federal law enforcement. Schumer using his fabled flip phone then calls, as he characterizes him, the effing Secretary of Defense. Yeah. Let's see. Am I in this picture? No, I'm not in this picture. But yeah, I forget what was bad about it the other day. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just so sick. I can't even, think straight today. There was something bad that she had said. I forget what it was. I think it was probably what you just said, Drunk, about how she knew it was going to happen and stuff like that.
Yeah, and she also said that she wanted to punch Trump in the face and she would go to jail and be happy about it.
Oh, yeah, that. Yeah,
I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
And her hand just disintegrates into dust.
I can hear. I wish I could do Trump like you. Nancy punched me. It wasn't very strong. It didn't even hurt. It felt like I took a Q-tip.
She came at me so hard, but she hit like a powder puff. She gave me all she had, folks.
She put all of those big fake boobs into it. Oh my gosh, yeah. Could you imagine her trying? I don't think she's ever been in a fight in her life.
No, of course not.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and they kept talking about how bad this was compared to I watched this show the other night, and it's from last year, and it's on Peacock, which is NBC, right? and they had this Black Lives Matter activist, and she's sitting there saying, you know, if that was a black man walking into the Capitol like that, they would have shot him right away, and blah blah blah. And you know, the BLM, we had all peaceful protests, and as she's saying it, they're still showing the fires and shit like that. Yeah, it was mostly peaceful protests, mostly.
And if that were true, then why wasn't John Sullivan shot?
Right? Yeah, John Sullivan. There was like 5 or 6 different black people in there, if not more.
Yeah.
All right, so I just pulled up this one. There was no news, and I saw this, and I'm sure we can make some fun of this. Eric Andre, I mean, he's kind of a funny guy. He says, police stopped me for flying while black. I'm suing, and here's why. Once again, liberal, right? He used to have his own TV show. He was on the Cupcake Girls show. What was that show? Two Broke Girls? Yeah, Two Broke Girls. So he says, last year I was steps from completing what is for most Americans a mundane part of air travel. Walking down the jet bridge from the airport gate to the plane when the police stopped me. They didn't have any reason to stop me, a fact they have admitted. It's just part of flying while black. Shortly after I entered the jet bridge, 2 police officers stepped in front of me, blocking my path. They started rapid firing questions. Was I carrying any illegal drugs, cocaine, meth, pills? Why was I traveling? Could they see my ID? I didn't see any other black people boarding at the time. The officers were part of a local Clayton County Police drug interdiction task force. I mean, that's what these cops do. Right? That's their whole job, to try and find people that are trying to smuggle drugs. I mean,
maybe he was sitting over there, like walking down there. Yeah.
Right,
bro, what the fuck you on? You all right?
Dude,
where the dope at? Come on now, you ain't acting right.
And now, if you're a cop and you do your job every day, and you learn what people freaking, what certain people look like that do certain things, right? So, I mean, maybe he looked like he was on drugs or something at the time. That's their whole job. I hate to say it, they're not racially profiling him. They're just profiling him on the fact that he looked like he might have had some drugs on him.
Yeah. Maybe he's walking like he's trying to hold a fart in.
Right? Dude, and he's definitely a fucking pothead. He's totally a pothead. Who knows what other drugs he does?
Yeah.
I'm a pothead. Big deal. I mean, come on. I'm sick and tired of people saying, oh, you did this to me because I'm black. Well, you know what? You know what is starting to become now, Drunk Uncle? You did this to me because I'm a conservative. I think that's worse. We're getting the worst end of it now than black people ever. Well, I can't say that because there was like slavery and stuff. So never mind. I should have made that.
I'm not even a full-fledged conservative, and I just agree with you guys more than I agree with those douchebags. But they've done nothing but just push me farther and farther away. Like I said, I get called a cult member, a Nazi, a white. They call me
racist.
So many things. And I'll even say things about, like today I was talking about like selective editing. And they were like, trying to call me an idiot. And I was like, dude, selective editing has been a problem for a while on both sides. And they're like, you're a fucking cult member. I'm like, I'm criticizing both.
Right. Oh, let's see what this one says. Gateway Pundit. Project Veritas on Tuesday released undercover video of Mayor Eric Adams' top aide admitting the Abbott busing of illegals to New York City has proven effective. Not ineffective. Effective. For the last several weeks, we've been sending busloads of illegal aliens to the New York... And I like how they say illegal aliens. More than 17,000 illegals have been bussed into New York City in the last few months. Wow. More than 17,000? I didn't think it was that much. Let's watch this little clip.
Hola.
And they're on a rainbow bus. Welcome to America. Welcome to America. No, that's a domestic terrorist. Let's see. This is earlier this month. New York City Mayor Eric Adams declared a state of emergency over the influx of illegal aliens. Although our compassion is limitless, our resources are not. This is unsustainable. Wait a minute. Did you just hear that? He said this is unsustainable. Isn't that what Republicans and conservatives have been saying the whole entire time? We can't just keep letting all these people come in because we can't afford to feed the whole entire world. Isn't that what we've been saying?
Because they're coming across U.S. states that aren't Democrat-run shitholes.
Right.
Besides, I mean,
well, no, this is from New York.
Coming across town.
Yeah, I mean, this is New York, though. He's the mayor of New York.
That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of these people, they don't, you know, I don't fully understand, like, you know, what it's like to live in some sort of border town. But this kind of the strategy. Like, you want to know what it's like? All right, here's a taste of it. And they're just like, oh my God, we can't deal with this. I'm like, all right, now think about this little rinky-dink town that's right on the border.
Mm-hmm.
You
Dude,
know?
they're screwed. I mean, remember when Ty and I went to Yuma, Arizona we went to the Trump rally, and we went to Yuma, Arizona, and we went to another border town. It was a real small border town. Remember, it looked like shit. Nobody was, it was just awful looking.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, I think I remember where you're talking about, because one side of the border definitely looked better than the other, but not by a whole lot.
Right. I'm trying to. So we went to Yuma, Arizona, and what other? Nogales. That's where I went. I was in Nogales. I went to Nogales, and then I went to Yuma. That's right. Yeah, Nogales. Oh, it's bad. Spank the monkey. Since we got a new 80% cut rate Rona-various created in Boston lab, I already feel like you know what? Spank the monkey. So when I had COVID last year, every bone in my body hurt, and that's how it started. This morning, in the middle of the night, I had that same fucking problem, and we read that story last night, and I'm sitting here freaking out. I'm like, what if I got this fucking coronavirus again? I don't know. I'm feeling better now, though, so we'll see. But I've also taken some medicines. Alarmed by rapid price increases and persistent inflation, Federal Reserve may... Oh, yeah, where did I see this? Earlier today. Oh, I think it was on... That's right. So, somebody is saying... let me see if it's on this news over here. Let me look real quick. But they were saying that Republicans are going to cause more inflation by giving tax breaks. How the fuck is that going to happen? Let me see if I can find it. Maybe it wasn't in my other news feed. Oh, it's on my iPad probably. Hold on, let me look at my history. Yeah, can you believe that? They're saying, oh, there's no history because, let me look on it over here. Let's see, tax cuts cause inflation. That's what the Democrats are now trying to tell you guys. Oh no, tax cuts are gonna cost inflation. It was in the news.
But printing money won't, though, will it?
No, it won't. Never.
Yeah.
I can't find it now. I can't. But that's what they are literally saying this on some news article today, trying to push. Oh, don't vote Republican because their tax cuts are gonna fucking cause inflation and ruin our country. Yeah. What is my favorite light beer? I don't have a favorite light beer. Holy shit, we got a whole bunch of people in D Live right now. How could you get a fake disease? I wouldn't say I'm not gonna say Corona's fake. I've had it. So it's not fake, but it's definitely not what they say it is. It's definitely not what they say it is. It's a bunch of bullshit. You're a
literally just got over it on Friday.
Drunk Uncle is a Bud Light guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I had if I could afford to drink like this every day, I would drink Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
Is that stuff really expensive?
England. Yeah, it's like $15 for a 12-pack, or probably more than that.
Wow.
It was like $15 for a 12-pack, like a long time ago.
Let's see. A recent New York Times poll. Remember, this is the one I was telling you about. Recent New York Times poll found that 59% of those aged 45 to 64 plan on voting for Republicans. Republicans also have the advantage among likely voters. They hold 49 to 45% lead in the poll. Good. Likely voters, Democrat candidate 45, Republican candidate 49. So that's 4%. That's when you're thinking about. So we have 300 and some odd million people in the United States. 180 million people vote. So 4% of that, that's about 7 million people difference.
And supposedly, there's a new poll out or something, and I think it's independent women, like independent voting women, or it might just be independent voters in general, have switched. Like last month, it was like plus 15 Democrats, and this month it's like plus 16 Republicans. So that's like a 30-point jump that's happened, like all in the past month or so.
Yeah. Well, you know why? It's because of all the, people are finally realizing that if you vote Democrat, you're going to be fucking broke as fuck because everything's going to go up in prices because that's how they get you. They make it to where you can't afford nothing. Then you get on fucking welfare, and then you have to vote for them because they're the only ones giving you the welfare money. Because Republicans are like, no, I want your ass to get to fucking work. Get to work. Get to work. But here it says, so 18 to 29-year-olds, 52% vote Democrat. Well, I figured that. Because those are the people in their college years when their professors and their teachers are fucking pushing their agenda. From 30 to 44, it goes down to 50. So you know what that is? That's them slowly coming out of it, and they're finally realizing, what's going on. Like, so my niece went to school to become a lawyer. No, I haven't got my truck back yet, Eva. My school went to school to be a lawyer. She graduated, and she got her first job. And she's talking to my sister, who's a Republican, and my niece is a Democrat. And she's like, I can't believe how much fucking money they take out in goddamn taxes out of my fucking paycheck. And my sister's like, you voted for him. And just fucking stopped talking to her about it.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean, folks. You're in college. The professors are telling you all this shit. And they don't even teach you life skills, folks. They don't. They really don't. And so you're going to college and they're teaching you the Democratic way the Democrats is the way to go. And then so you get out and you're like, oh yeah, I got to vote Democrat because that's what my teacher taught me. And they're smart because they're professors. And then you start realizing, man, they're fucking me over. So the older you get, you learn your lesson in life. So you go from voting Democrat to Republican.
Yeah, I came out of college a pretty much brainwashed socialist.
I wouldn't doubt it. Let's see, Octomom. Yeah, the Octomom. This chick was what? She was on welfare, right? She's on welfare, and she had she went and had surgery or had the thing to have kids, and then she had 8 kids. What the fuck is up with that? Dr. Jill.
Mennonites or something.
No, but she no. What it is if she had a problem giving birth, right? She did the drugs, the in vitro fertilization or whatever. And when you do that stuff, you can have multiple kids. So this chick's already on welfare. How the hell she got in vitro beats the hell out of me. And she had 8 kids, and she was famous for being the Octomom. Charles says, I think that the Rona made things show up sooner that you were about to get in the future. I don't know. It's definitely speeding things up. Definitely speeding. Let's see. There's Gateway Pundit. What's the other one I can look at sometimes? Boop. Project Veritas. Let's see what they got going on. Let's see. text us. Gender-affirming doctor expresses concerns for children post-surgery. Wow. Let's see. Will Rogers principal begs not to be recorded in staff meeting, saying, "Don't make me feel like Project Veritas is with us." Claims there is no more secret. See, a lot of this stuff I can't play. See, a legal update: Democracy Partners with Democracy Partners versus Project Veritas action. They're getting sued. How much is James O'Keefe getting sued for? That guy's gonna be the next Alex Jones too. Executive officer exposes close ties between agency and pharmaceutical companies. You don't say. You don't say. Speaking of that, so think about this, Drunk. We've talked about this in the past. I thought that nonprofit agencies are not allowed to donate to political campaigns. How the fuck is Planned Parenthood? Aren't they a freaking nonprofit, Planned Parenthood? How do they donate to all these Democratic campaigns? Let's see.
I don't know.
Is Planned Parenthood a 501c3? We provide high quality, affordable birth control, education, and other reproductive health. Planned Parenthood Northern California is a 50C. So can 501c3 be political? Under Internal Revenue Code, all Section 501c3 organizations are absolutely prohibited from directly or indirectly participating in or intervening in any political campaign on behalf of or in opposition of any candidate. So can they donate to them? Donate to political campaigns. And it just gives me the same thing. So I don't think they're allowed to donate. But look at this. Watch this. How much did Planned Parenthood... I can't even type today. Brownie, please. Parenthood. Donate to campaigns. Let's see what it says. Planned Parenthood PAC contributions to federal. All right, so here we go. Open secrets. $746,595 are the total contributions from Planned Parenthood PAC to federal candidates in 2019 to 2020. All Democrats, 0 Republicans. Look at that.
Sugar.
But yet, so what they did is they started a PAC. It's all like having what are these called? What are those companies called? Offshore shell companies. Thank you, shell companies. Shell companies. That's all it is. They use a shell company so they can donate. Because look, it's the Planned Parenthood PAC, right? So it's a political action committee. But where did they get that money from? Right? How much in government grants did Planned Parenthood get? So Planned Parenthood receives over 40% of Planned Parenthood revenue comes from government reimbursements and grants. Let's look at this one. So this is from Planned Parenthood. This is their numbers. It doesn't say. Today, congressional leadership announced they have reached a spending deal to finalize fiscal year. Does it say how much? It doesn't say how much. Hold on, let me go back here. I see another. Healthcare funding, Planned Parenthood. Health 202 funding for health Planned Parenthood went up. Okay, government reimbursements and grants. So they get through reimbursements and grants. Okay, so Medicaid payments have long formed the bulk of federal funds flowing to Planned Parenthood, reimbursing its clinics to providing birth control and preventive services. The provider reported $616.8 million in government revenue. $616.8 million. That's more than $500 million. It's close to $750 million. So let's see what all Planned Parenthood does. They give you birth control, right? And they do abortions. What else do they do? They say they do more than that. So let's see what else they do.
Pap smears, but it's
Do they do pap smears?
small. Yeah, I think they probably do almost anything that a gynecologist can do, but it's just a small fraction.
Our services. Okay, so our service. So they have abortion services, abortion referral, birth control, emergency. So they have the morning after pill, which is birth control, or abortion. Primary care. Seeing a nurse or doctor regularly can prevent illness. HIV services. Transgender hormone therapy. So is that where they give the person who's transgender the hormones that they need to become that other person?
Yeah, I guess you'll give the guys estrogen, or the biological men estrogen, and the biological female testosterone.
Hey, look at this. So we had a couple of people in D-Live watching our stream. They must have complained because it says, hey, thanks for streaming in D-Live. We've added the mature tag to your stream. No problem.
Well, we're saying some crazy stuff. I was about to open up the laptop and just get rid of them.
Get rid of
they're
what?
trying to get trouble.
So let's see.
Or they're just insane. One or the other.
So they do pregnancy testing, STD testing, women's services. So that's birth control, STD test, pelvic exams, cancer screenings. So I can get behind that. The cancer screenings, the STD testing, pregnancy testing. Pregnancy tests I have no problem with. Men's health service, men come to Planned Parenthood for STD. Okay, I have no problem with that. So the rest of them, though, I don't agree with the hormone therapy. I don't think we should be paying for somebody else's hormone therapy. If they want to get the hormone therapy, I think they should pay for that on their own. HIV services, I'm fine with that. Primary care, I'm fine with that. Now, the morning after pill, I'm not okay. I shouldn't have to be paying for somebody to abort a baby. Abortion, all these. Birth control, okay. Because there's some stupid people out there that shouldn't have kids. Give them birth control.
I have this one customer. He seems to be pretty conservative. I know he's very, very Christian.
Uh-huh.
He seems to be a very, very smart guy as well. And we got on the subject of abortion the other day.
Yeah.
And he's like, I kind of have a odd opinion on abortion. He's like, I don't think it should happen, this, that, or the other. And then he brought up the Plan B. And before I could even get into like my theory on like whether or not, like, let's say you get pregnant, like if it happens like really quick or something, does that Plan B pretty much just like overdose the fetus or the embryo or whatever you call it? And he started going into detail on like how long that it takes the sperm to like move through the ovaries and uvula into the embryonic sac, and then something about transferring like back and forth. And he said it takes like, I think he said like about 4 days maybe.
Uh-huh. Really?
So he was like, instead of, he's like, you need to take action and not sit back and like wait for something to happen. And he's like, the condom busts or something like that, or you get raped or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, take your ass and get the damn Plan B and don't fucking wait on it.
Yeah.
And it made me look at it a little bit different, because I always had the idea rolling around in my head that maybe Plan B is kind of abortion. It's just a different way of getting it done.
Yeah. Well, I just popped it up.
But if that is true, then I guess I don't have a huge problem the morning after pill.
Well, you know, like, so somebody who's been raped and stuff like that, you know, I don't want them to get an abortion, but I can understand an abortion in that situation. If you're gonna die because you have the baby, yeah, go ahead, get an abortion, because you know what, you can have another baby, right? I don't want you to die, a human living being already, because you're about to give birth when you can give birth to another baby. But
Yeah.
But you know, I don't, you know. Other than that, I don't know. All right, so what is the morning after pill? It says the morning after pill is sometimes referred to as emergency contraception. It is a drug designed to be taken within 72 hours after you have had unprotected sex. The morning after pill contains a large amount of progesterone, which is a common drug in birth control pills. How does it work? So based on where you are in your menstrual cycle, the morning after pill could affect you in a few different ways. It could prevent ovulation, which stops the eggs from being released, so fertilization or conception cannot occur. It could cause the sperm to not be able to reach the egg by affecting the lining of the fallopian tubes, which would also prevent fertilization. However, it is known that sperm can reach the fallopian tubes within minutes after intercourse, and if an egg has already been released, it could already have been fertilized. If an egg has already been released and fertilized, using emergency contraceptive could cause a very early abortion. See, that's what I mean. They're abortions.
Yeah.
It could irritate the lining of your uterus. Well, no shit. You're adding chemicals to do something to your fallopian tubes, right? Which, if an egg has already been released and fertilized by the sperm, it could make it harder for the embryo to implant in the uterus. So here's the side effects: nausea and vomiting, irregular menstrual periods, fatigue, headaches, dizziness, breast tenderness, abdominal cramping. Abdominal pain and cramping could be a sign of an ectopic pregnancy. The pain that may occur as a result of the morning after pill can mask the symptoms of an ectopic pregnancy, which requires emergency treatment, and you should contact a medical provider right away. Let's see, what is the review saying? I'm female. I've been to Planned Parenthood for a procedure that was not an abortion. See, they have programs that are good, right? I had no insurance at the time. It would have cost you. I'm not saying all of Planned Parenthood is bad, but I don't agree with their abortion stuff review. I don't think that they should be getting government grants to abort babies. That's all I'm trying to say.
Not to mention the bitch that started it was a eugenicist.
Okay, so I don't know what a eugenicist is, so you got to tell me that. And Eva, I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry. But you have your son now. What's a eugenicist?
Kind of like a fascist with other people's lives. Like, you want to limit the undesirables. Okay. And so Margaret Sanger set up all these Planned Parenthoods in minority neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Basically, she didn't want any more people of color around.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And I didn't know you had 4 sons, Eva. Oh, wow. I thought you only had the one. But yeah, so I mean, Planned Parenthood has some good programs, but for the most part, I don't agree with their, like here in California, when I was at Fresno State, which was not too long ago, I'm there on the campus, and Planned Parenthood is out there, and all they're doing is pushing their abortion clinic. They're not pushing, hey, come get tested for this, or hey, we can give you a mammogram, which Cosmic Squirrel earlier, I didn't get a chance to reply to Cosmic Squirrel, but she said they don't even give mammograms there. They say they do, but they don't. So, Planned Parenthood, they have some good programs, but I don't think that my tax dollars should be going to pay for somebody to get an abortion. I just don't. I really don't. And that's a problem with our world. Whatever happened to consequences? We don't have consequences anymore. Right? You get pregnant when you by having unprotected sex with some guy that you got drunk with, you don't even know their name. Oh, I can just get an abortion. No problem. That's it. Bye-bye. Oh, I went and stole under $900 worth of shit. Oh, they don't even arrest me. They just write me a ticket and bye-bye. Right? this whole world is becoming to where there are no consequences for anything that you do anymore. No consequences whatsoever. So what's the point of being good, right? Why should I be a good, decent citizen if it's not going to get me anywhere? When I can go rob and steal people and murder people and just get away with it.
Not going to get into heaven like that.
That's true. That's true. And that's why I'm like I am, because, you know, I'm afraid of what's going to happen in the afterlife. Right? But I just...
Yeah.
I mean, look at it. There's no consequences for anything, and it sets me off. It freaking sets me off. I'm one of those people that I like to follow the rules. And there's not that many of us anymore. Eva says, I wouldn't have made it through that pregnancy. I barely made it through the last one, which was so hard on me. And they came premature. I'm so sorry, Eva. You know, that's hard. That's really hard. I'm sorry you have to go through that. I really am. And, you know, you think about it. People say, like, oh, abortion should be, well, if you know that your kid is going to be disabled, you can get an abortion. Now, I know my mom wouldn't have aborted me, but can you imagine? Think about it. Think of all the people, you know, I was born with 8 birth defects. But I'm here. I'm 46 years old. I'm still here doing a show for you guys, talking to you guys. Right?
Looking at the people that are disabled or, you know, born with something, you know, that they're going to have to live with the rest of their life, that have
done
been
shit.
So helpful to, like, I mean, Elon Musk, that's kind of a light scenario because he just has the Asperger's, you know, but I mean, still.
Yeah.
But
what was her name?
What's the guy that talked with the computer? Like, my name is such and such.
Yeah, but you know, he got it very late on in life. He wasn't like that his whole entire life.
Yeah.
I was just about to mention him right before you said that, and what the hell? I had his name a minute ago in my head. What the hell is his name? Stephen Hawking. So Stephen Hawking,
yeah.
He was not born disabled. He developed that later on in life. I think. Let me make sure before I say it. Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, but let's say like in 20 years, the tests get so far advanced, they're going to be like, yeah, you're pregnant, but the tests are showing a high probability of them catching some form of cancer once they reach about 40 years old. I mean, do you go and be like, well, I mean, I don't want him to get cancer when he's 40, so.
Right. That's, I wouldn't do that. You gave that person 40 years of life. Let's see.
But I'm saying you start muddying that line.
Yeah.
The more you muddy that line, is like I've got a scenario that I just came up with in my head that I'm gonna have to ask Andy about.
Yeah. All right. So here it is. So Hawking had Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS, and it started showing up in his final years in college. So he was perfectly normal until he was a senior in college. That's what it was. You wanted to ask Andy? I don't even think Andy's in here anymore.
No. The Andy that works for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's to the extent of like somebody was you were just reading something about gender affirming, and I brought up like the estrogen and the testosterone.
Yeah.
And it's basically a troll of trying to get people to at least start to visualize kind of how we see things. And, you know, this kind of be almost like a fucking a Borat skit or something like that. But, like, I grabbed me I said, let's just say I have a 10-year-old daughter. We'll just say it's a 10-year-old daughter.
Okay.
And I go to one of these places that are wanting to be like, oh, we're trying to affirm your child's identity, this, that, or the other. And I bring in my little 10-year-old daughter. And I was like, she could not stop talking about having triple F tits. Just because her mom has triple F tits, like she's convinced that she needs them.
Uh-huh.
So like So can we get her some big ass titties? They go like, no. Like, why is that?
Because you're not your aunt. Or you're not your mom.
Yeah. But, just something little like that. Like that one guy that was on, that they talked about on Crowder, that had the huge tit, the shop teacher that had the huge tits.
Yeah.
That turned out to be, he was trolling.
I gotcha. And I got to tell you, I met a girl online a long time ago, way before I was married, and she told me she had triple F, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, I got to meet this girl. They're not all as cracked up to be. They're really not. There is such thing as too big. There is such thing as too big. Triple F, yeah. I would put in that category. Right? I mean, never mind. I'm not even going to say nothing. Freaking choked to death. Gilded Peon says, I had a bad doctor medically mispractice my twin pregnancy, and you lost him at 6 months. I am so sorry. I am so sorry about that, Gilded. Yeah. When I was married, we were always trying to have kids. And what's funny is we thought it was me, and it wasn't me. It was my ex-wife. She had we had to go get a surgery because her fallopian tubes were closed or something like that. I forget what it was. And I remember I was like, it was a position to where I wanted to tell her to go fuck herself, but I couldn't. Because like the whole time we were married, she blamed me for being handicapped. Not blame me, but she didn't blame you. Like, you could tell, right? That every time she didn't get pregnant, yeah, she'd give me like a guilt trip, right? And then when we go, so I'm paying all this money. We're going to, oh my gosh, whatever you call it, right? So they do a test, and they did a test on me, and they did a test on her. My sperm was working just fine, and we found out her fallopian tubes were closed. So then they had to do a surgery on her. I had to take her all the way up to San Jose to do a surgery on her, and even the surgery didn't work. So it wasn't my fault. It's just like, it was so bad. She felt so bad when she found out it was her fault. Not because she had talked shit to me, but because she knew she couldn't have kids anymore. Right? And so I couldn't put her down even more, I wanted to, though. I'm not going to lie. The whole fucking 8 years we were married, she's sitting there blaming it on me, and then I'm just like, I wanted to be like, see, I told you what? I didn't, though. I wanted, wouldn't you want to? After 8 years of going through hell like that?
Yeah.
I wanted to. I'm not going to lie. I seriously wanted to. But I didn't. Yeah, why is it the folks who can't have kids? And that's another thing, right? That's why another thing about abortion. Have the baby and give it to somebody who wants kids, right? My wife and I have a friend, Malcolm, and she's a cool person. She came up one day, and she works with all these foster kids and stuff. Not works with them, but she's a big time liberal, okay? And so she came up and she's like, Eddie, there's this baby that's at the foster care. She has alcohol fetal syndrome. They can't get anybody to foster her and adopt her because she's addicted to alcohol, right? So she has bad crying stints, all kind, a lot of problems, a lot of issues. When they took the baby from the kid when she was only like a month old from the parents, and they gave her a bottle, and she wouldn't eat the bottle. They found out they had to give her a beer bottle and put milk in the beer bottle. That was the only way she would drink because she was so used to drinking beer. She was addicted to beer at a month old.
Goodness.
And so she was a native. Her mom was a Native American, and I think the dad was too, right? So she was setting it up. She's like, Eddie, you and Angela be the perfect. You're disabled. You deal with your stuff. Your wife helps deal with your shit. Let's get you with this baby. So we went and we were working. I didn't even see the baby. We hadn't seen her or nothing. And we're filling out this paper to adopt this baby. And it turns out that the local Indian tribe who she belonged to fought us. and it went to court. And because she was this Indian tribe, that they were able to, that the tribe themselves were able to take them back to the tribe. So they had a loving parent that could, loving parents that would have taken care of this kid, but they wouldn't give it to us because they didn't want us. They didn't want. You know what they actually said in court? They didn't want white people getting their Indian money from the casino.
And for anybody that's out there that's Native American, this is just a joke. I want to preface with that. But yeah, it's not like the Native Americans have a history with alcohol. Yeah, let's give alcohol addicted baby back to the natives to live on native land. 5 more years, she might be addicted to meth too. Who knows? Like I said, jokes, people, jokes.
Yeah, it's all jokes. I mean, like, so when I was in Alaska, I was plumbing up there, and they wanted me to go work in the union, and they were gonna send me up to the North Slope, and I was drinking a lot back then, and they're like, Eddie, if you go to the North Slope though, you can't take any alcohol. It's illegal up there. Like, in Texas they have dry counties, right? Do they have dry counties near you?
Yeah.
So those are dry counties, right? But you can buy the alcohol and bring it back to your county and drink it in your house. Not in these up in these certain areas of Alaska. If you even get caught with alcohol in your house, you go to jail. It's a felony. I'm not giving you a treat right now.
Eskimos can't handle the alcohol. They go all crazy or something. I remember you telling me something about that.
Something like, well, think about this. So in where these places are, it's either sunny all day long or dark all day long, right? So there's a lot of depression. So then they start drinking a lot. Like so I was there in 2000, and like you could buy a bottle of vodka for like $5. The cheap bottle of vodka for $5-6. You could sell it if you took it to North Slope. You could sell it for $100.
Yeah,
because it was that crazy. Yeah, and I agree, Mandy. Once again, sorry, all you ladies that have gone through all these issues. I'm really sorry. That's got to be hard. That's got to be real hard on you. I still, though, peeing is still a shadow in my life. Always will be a part of me. Oh, she's talking to. Oh, I see. She's talking to Gilded. Okay, Brownie, come say hi.
I guess I was fortunate enough for my mental stability that whenever I found out that both times that my ex-fiance had a miscarriage, that I found out the same day that she was pregnant, the same day that I'd found out that it was a miscarriage.
Uh-huh.
So I guess fortunately enough for like I said, my mental stability,
yeah,
that you hear that all in one.
Like Brownie's
and
moment.
like I remember my girlfriend was like so mad at me. She was like, I don't know how you're not upset about this. And I was like, it's hard to be upset about something when you say, hey, I just found out that I was pregnant, but it's already miscarried. It's not like I had any time to like, oh shit, I'm going to be a dad. And you start buying stuff and you tell your family and you start getting all excited. So,
oh yeah,
like I said, it's an unfortunate situation, but I guess I wouldn't want it any other way if that was the outcome. Of course, I would have it another way, and then I would have 2 kids right now, but that's just...
Well, like when I was married and we started doing the in vitro fertilization stuff, people were given, we got cribs, we got toys, all this stuff to get ready. And it just sucked when we found out she couldn't have kids, It was really rough. And when we thought she could still have kids, every single month, she'd be like, hey, I'm a day late. And she'd already had the fucking pregnancy test. I'm like, don't take the test yet. It's just going to upset you. And then she'd go take the pregnancy test. And then she'd come out and she'd be sad for like 5 days. And I'd be sad. I was like, you got to stop taking these tests because it's just fucking us both up. But...
yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is. I got my fur babies now. I got Panda right there. Oh, Panda Bear. Oh, sweetheart. We got Brownie. We got Donnie over here. Little asshole who wasn't running on me today again. He had to pick a day when I was sick as hell, and he goes running across. I'm sitting there and my phone rings, and it's the neighbor. And I'm like, I don't want to answer it. And then I'm like, fuck, Donnie must be out. Sure enough, she had Donnie over there.
How do you get out of this new fenced area?
Well, so I fenced the trailer in, but there's underneath the trailer. And you can't exactly attach fencing to the trailer. And there was one section that I didn't do very good. And he got through it. So he's back on his cable again. He's back on his cable again for now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we even had somebody gave we found, that's when we had a thrift store, right? And in this one storage unit, we found this old school wooden rocking fucking rocker, real expensive fucking baby bed or whatever. She had that sitting in the back room of our house forever. And I finally had to tell her, it was my friend, they were having a baby. And I was like, why don't we give that to them? And she's like, no, what about when we get pregnant? I'm like, it's been 3 years. Let's just give it to them. And if we have a baby, they can give it back when they're done with it.
Yeah.
So that's
they're only going to need it for 2 years max.
Right. Well, depending on how many kids you have, depending on how many kids you have.
Yeah.
If you're
have our Irish twins.
What are Irish twins?
2 kids that are only 9 or 10 months apart or a year apart.
Okay. Dude, I had a good friend in Catholic school. Him and his brother were exactly 1 year apart. They were born they had the exact same birthday. That's crazy. That's some luck there. That's some bad luck too. Can you imagine, it's already hard raising kids. You don't have a lot of money, and it's good if you have 2 kids. You have one in the beginning of the year, one in the end, for buying presents and parties and stuff like that. When their birthday's the same day, you can't get too expensive on the presents. Here's your little airplane with the rubber band on it. That's your birthday. You remember those airplanes, You buy them at the store. Well, at least when I was a kid, you get them for $1.99, and it's just some pieces of wood. You put it together, and it's got a rubber band on the propeller, and you just spin it and just.
Yeah.
I remember those things. I don't know. I know. I think about money too much sometimes, but I'm Republican. That's what we do. It's all about the do-re-mi. Even for liberals, they're not. Look at Nancy Pelosi. If she was really the person that she says she is, do you really think she'd have fucking $10,000 freezers? Right? Who needs a $10,000 freezer?
I've got to keep my gourmet ice cream froze cold and my vodka.
Think about it. If she's so worried about the homeless people, then why does she have a fucking a 10 acre fucking house? Buy a smaller house. It's just her and her husband, right? Their kids don't live at home anymore. Why do they need a fucking 20-bedroom house or whatever they have? You don't need it. You don't need it. Paper planes. I always sucked at building paper planes. Did you build paper planes?
Wasn't very good at them.
Which one? Okay, so which ones did you try and build? Did you build the ones where it's straight and narrow, or did you build the ones that had all the wing design and stuff like that?
They were mostly kind of the simple ones, but I would try to get into where you would have the wings that come out and then folded up.
Yeah, those ones.
It's probably the way I threw them, though. I can't even throw a frisbee, so.
You can't throw a frisbee? How can you not throw a frisbee?
I know the concept of it, but I rarely get it right. It generally just turns up vertical. And
what the heck is wrong with you?
I'm not very good at throwing things.
Mandy
Coach, last night, Coach threw a tennis ball at me from inside the octagon, and it just bounced by me. I was like, what the fuck did that tennis ball come from? I look over and coach is like smiling at me and like holding his hands up. I just handed it to the guy next to me. I was like, I played outfield, man. You don't want me to throw this. They put me out there for a reason.
Let's see. She owns the one in San Francisco, the winery, and the one other. Oh, I'm pretty sure she owns some more than that, Jeannie. Mandy still does paper planes at 46. Hey, we're the same age. Eva says Nancy needs the kids for the frozen kids. Are you talking about the stem cells? No, what is it called that they take from embryos? What is that stuff called? People are taking it.
Research?
Huh?
Stem cell research, I think.
No, it's monochromial something, I think.
Antibodies?
Hold on, let me look. People use these from aborted fetuses. The fetal cells. What? Somebody tell me what I'm talking about. It's not stem cells, I don't think. It's something else. Let's see. Because people are eating them or drinking them. What the hell was it?
Placenta?
What's that?
Placenta?
No, not the placenta. Is it collagen? Is it collagen? Let's see. Collagen? Is that what it is? No.
You said people eat it?
Yeah.
All I can think of is adrenochrome.
Adrenochromes, that's it. Adrenochromes, yeah.
That's like some Satanist stuff.
Right, but yeah, X Galaxies and everybody else has adrenochromes, yeah, because that's what they use now, right? Or that's why Planned Parenthood actually sells that shit.
Adrenochrome?
Yes.
I heard it gets you fucked up though.
What do you,
like,
what do you mean?
did you ever watch Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
No.
It's you know who Hunter S. Thompson is?
Not really.
He was a journalist, like in the 60s and 70s or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he invented this style of journalism called gonzo journalism. I don't really understand what it's about, but he did a lot of drugs. And Johnny Depp played him in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and there was one point where his lawyer gives him adrenochrome and tells him just take a little bit. The next thing you know, Johnny Depp's over there. He's got the eye dropper. He's like, and then he starts going. Eee! So it must be some sort of psychedelic.
Really?
That's what I hear.
Interesting. Gilded says it's the strongest drug known. Blood from adrenal glands from terrified kids, is what Charles Snow says. His lawyer eats it. Johnny Depp's lawyer? His lawyer was hot in that trial.
No, in that movie.
Oh, in that movie.
Hunter S. Thompson's lawyer, kind of follows him around, but they're both just whacked out on hallucinogen, or pretty much any drug you can think of.
Interesting. Very interesting. I gotta do some more, I gotta do more research on shit. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to be it for tonight because I know Drunk Uncle's tired and I'm kind of sick, or I don't know what's going on with me. This is how I felt the first day I had COVID last year. I was in a lot of pain, so I hope I don't have COVID again. I don't think I do because I haven't been around anybody except for my stepdad. But I'm hoping it's just I overdid it because I've been doing a lot of work here on the property for my stepdad and for me. So
yeah,
and stress.
Right. That's what I thought the first night too. I was like, I just overworked myself. I drank too much, and I was doing jujitsu until like 4 a.m. I was like, I'm just hungover, and I'll overwork myself. Yeah, you always just go scoop you up a little test and check yourself out.
Yeah, I guess I should. You know, and what it is too with me, like I have to go down to Fresno tomorrow, so maybe I will. But like it started my knee hurting last night, and then my back started hurting, and it felt when I get bladder infections, I have one testicle that always hurts, and this one testicle was hurting. So it could be a bladder infection, you know. But all the same symptoms I had when I had COVID the first time. I don't know if you remember or not, because I don't know if I told you all the details, but that's exactly what happened when I got COVID for the first time. But I'm feeling fine now, though. So did you have, when you had COVID last week, did you feel all the pain everywhere and then it went away at the end of the day or something? Or
After one day, yeah.
it went away?
After one day.
Okay, so maybe I do have COVID again.
But isn't Fresno kind of like a haul for you? And it take you a while to get to Fresno from where you're at?
But I have to go there. I have to go get some stuff tomorrow.
Yeah. I was gonna say, but you know, if you don't have your kitchen sink supplies laying around, like your Joe Rogan stuff, the tests are so fast now. Like the test that I took said 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. But I put those drops on there and I just watched the thing move across. And if that first line shows up, I mean, you pretty much, you're guaranteed to have it. So you could go take it like in the parking lot. And if it does show up positive, you can go in and get your zinc and magnesium and vitamin C and vitamin D. So you don't have to travel back out again.
I already So check this out though. So my doctor actually prescribes this to me every day anyways. So I automatically every day take magnesium and vitamin D. I don't take the zinc every day. Though. So
yeah, I remember Sheepdog telling us that it's not good to take zinc every day.
Yeah. Worst part for you is the fever. Yeah, I had a fever last night too.
Let's see, what's the
Eva said to take a toke for her.
Huh?
Eva says we got to take a toke for her.
Yeah. Vitamin C is for the immune health.
This stuff is... I'm going to be coughing. My head's... Oh, my head's already every time I cough.
I tried to take a toke at class today, and I know my coach or professor likes to indulge because he's came up a couple times, but still I didn't know how to react because I was like inside the building and he was working with two other guys and I was just in the back. I was starting to get ready and then getting my bag moved up, and then I went up front and started stretching, and I was like, I think I want to try to get high and do jujitsu. I was like, I can go take, I had a whole bag of disposables and shit and gummies and stuff that I have in my gym bag, and went back there and pulled out a disposable and started to pull on it. Next thing you know, Professor comes right around the corner, and I just dropped it in there and like, oh, I guess I got everything. I'll put my phone down. Okay. He didn't say anything. I just wouldn't know if he would since it was inside the building.
Yeah. Dude, I used to I used to work late. I used to talk to a girlfriend on the phone all the time. And so my boss came in one day and he's like, you know how I knew you were doing something wrong? And I was like, what? He's all, 'cause you threw the phone down right away. So after that, he would walk in the room and I'd stay on the phone with my girlfriend and I'd be talking to her. And then one day he's like, Eddie, who are you talking to? And I was like, oh, I'm talking to the engineer. He's like, oh, good. I needed to talk to him. Let me talk to him. And I'm like, you don't know, Tom wants to talk to you. And he's like, oh, hey, Tom, he says he's busy. He doesn't want to talk to you right now. So my boss grabs the phone and he's like, my girlfriend didn't know what to say. Yeah, that's why he makes me take magnesium, is for restless legs. That's why my doctor has me take this stuff. And he also has me taking this red yeast. Red yeast. That's what he has me taking. Red yeast rice. That's what it's called. Sneaky, we're just getting ready to leave, buddy. Red yeast rice with cosequin 10, whatever it is. And then I got to take Lipitor, which I lost my Lipitor. I think that's for, is that for high cholesterol?
I don't know. I'm on something for cholesterol, but Rosuvastatin or something. I don't know.
And then they give me these things. These things are my happy pills, which don't work. What is it called? Venlafaxine for Effexor.
Oh, yeah, I used to be on that. Ugh.
Yeah. You want to hear the theme song, Eva? I can play the theme song. Man, this weed is really strong because I'm still choking on this shit. Where is the theme song? We can play it for you. Uh-oh. Where'd it go? Yo. Sorry, guys. I'm all coughing in here. Oh, that's right. My computer restarted. Fuck. I forgot. Oh, wait. I know how I did it. I typed in drunk uncle. If you type in drunk, there it is.
This is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
There you go, Eva.
You are now witnessing the Eddie Block.
Drunk hardly gets to hear this, so.
It's the Eddie Block Show. Drunk uncle on the side, ready, let's go. Hey, it's the Eddie Block Show. If you agree or disagree, let them know. Yo,
How'd their concert go?
we got 2 hours to chat like strange animals.
Doctors are poisoning me. What did you say, drunk uncle?
50 miles from the trolls.
Said, how did the concert go in Chicago?
I didn't get to go.
I know. Did you talk?
Oh yeah, they were they got to sit right up front. Hold on.
Oh,
They both sent me pictures. They were sending me pictures. Hold on. So let's see. Like here's Mr. Nice Guy with Maria and Bryson Gray.
okay.
And then let's see. Mr. Nice Guy sent me a whole bunch of pictures that day. Yeah, that was their seats. Like right there in front, like front row.
Right on.
Forgiato Blow. There's Bryson and Mr. Nice Guy. Bryson and Mr. Nice Guy. We're trying to hook up Mr. Nice Guy with Bryson because maybe he can start rapping with them and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a lot of fat. You won't take Lipitor or anything for cholesterol? You want to find a Lipitor makes it go to your legs, not away. Don't take that crap. Interesting. Uh-oh, they just said, Eva. I don't eat soy. You like the song? This is our song. Mr. Nice Guy made this for us. Hey, so Drunk Uncle Irving says, thanks a lot for making me crave Bojangles all day today.
Go get you some. Curb that crate.
He can't. He's here in California. We don't have Bojangles here.
Oh.
Yeah, he's around here. You know what? Where's the other song? Let me go up here and find it. Yo, it's the Eddie Block Show. I think I got the best. I think we have the best theme song of all the ones. Don't you, Drunk Uncle?
Well, yeah, of course. Are you talking about theme songs that he's done for other people or just in general?
No, just in general.
Oh, yes. Definitely a good one up there, that's for sure.
Right? I mean, here we go. Project 146, so 132. All right.
He's good at what he does because his beats are so clean.
Right?
Like, they're just so clean.
Yeah. So, and Gilded, what he did was he was watching our shows and finding out who talked the most in our chat rooms. So he added all of our most watched subscribers to the song. That's why it's so long, right? Here, I'm gonna play. Before
I remember him starting to get upset towards the end because like people kept asking like, "Will you put me in there too?" He's like, "I just fucking finished. Now I gotta write all the notes."
Right? Yeah, and he's a proud boy. Hey, Trade for Trump, what's going on, big guy? I haven't seen Trade for Trump in a while. This guy, don't you have a race coming up? Don't you have a race coming up, I think?
I've been scooting around that 4-stroke.
Right? Yeah, but his is not just a 4-stroke, it's a 450. You know how big a fucking 450 is? I can't get
I think that's like riding like a... Well, Trade can correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember when YZF 400 came out in it was probably the late 90s. The guy that we knew that raced it, it raced a 2-stroke. It was a 250. Yeah. So I think a 400, 450 back then was probably the equivalent of like a 125 or a 250. I could be totally wrong on their how they progress.
You know what I ride? I rode an 85S. That's what I rode. 85. That's how short I am. But you've met Trade for Trump. You know how big of a man he is. He is huge. And I don't mean fat huge. I mean he's just like Herman Munster. Yeah.
He's tall. He's probably, I bet, taller than me.
Yeah. Here we go. This is
I people that are tall, and I see myself in a picture with them, and they realize that they're shorter than me.
Right. Oh, and not only that, Trade for Trump. His hands are just like, you know, like one of his hands just envelops your whole hand. His hands are just so. You don't want to fuck with Trade for Trump. Let's just say it that way. Let's see. Here, this is the first song he made for me. Remember this one? I like this one. This has a good beat too, though.
Yeah.
Hell, should we show my favorite video with his song in it? Should we show it real quick before we go? We watching Eddie.
Me,
right? Should I?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, that was the first song he did for us. Okay, I found it. Okay, let me put it on screen. That way you guys can all watch it. Even though I'm pretty sure everybody here has seen this video. If you haven't, well, then you get to see something new tonight.
We're willing to take the heat. You fucked around and you found out today, baby. That's our message.
Hey, what's up, guys? You know you like my videos. Hit that like and subscribe button down there.
Because we're sick and tired. And I know days from
fucking
now,
tiny.
I might be arrested. But I'll tell you this. I'm sick and tired. And if we have to die to defend ourselves, our families, and our fucking freedom in America, we're going to do it.
What's up with Tiny?
I haven't heard from Tiny in a while. I got to call up there and see how he's doing. I haven't heard from...
He's still outside, though. He didn't have to go back to jail or anything?
Not that I know of yet, no. No.
Okay.
For what is true, our boys and patrons will be out here. If the cops won't do it, we are. Hey, we're willing to take the heat. You fucked around and you found out today, baby. That's our message to you, Antifa.
This was a fun day.
And we're sick and tired of this.
It was a scary day, but a fun day.
Have to fight fire with fire,
I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. I was scared that day.
This is a left-wing white supremacist. Antifa's an idea.
I'm one of the cheapest, Irving? Oh, good to know. Thank you.
That's what it is tonight.
Hey, if you got a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out that hook. If you got a problem, yo, I'll solve it.
Oh shit, I never saw that before. Part of that firework did hit me. Watch. Part of this firework does hit my scooter. Oh, maybe I went too far. Let's see if I can stop in the right spot. See if I can stop at the right spot. So you can see the smoke where it hit my scooter. Yeah, it did hit my scooter. It's just a fire. Oh no, it's right there too. Alright, real quick guys, so if you were in the middle of this, what would you guys, like, what would your thoughts be going through your head? Like at the beginning of the day, I was worried. I was really worried, but then once this shit started happening, like, it was gone. Once all this shit started going down, I wasn't even thinking anymore. I was just doing. I wasn't even thinking.
That's kind of what happens with me with my jujitsu stuff. Like I'm all nervous, like right before I go up against somebody I've never been up against. But once it starts, like,
right,
you know, what can you do? It's happening.
Yeah.
You know, there's no time to start contemplating things. You're in it.
Right.
Do something.
And this video right here, I was actually I spent the night at Trade for Trump's house that night with him and his wife, and so they babysat Donnie while I went to this event. But yeah, I was like, so Ty, you know Ty. Ty used to always get mad at me. He's like, Eddie, he's like, when you're filming, you don't think what's around you. That's why I'm always yelling at you. Like, don't go fucking there. Like, we're in the middle of the chop zone, and Ty's telling me not to go here, not to go there, and I'm still going. He's like, you're just like Ben, Eddie. You two, when you're filming, you could care less what's around you. You just want to get the shot. So, and it's true. I love this song, though. This is my favorite one from him. Yeah, a lot of people do their best under pressure, huh? Oh, I'm sorry, Eva. Remember, this video was deleted like instantly. As soon as I stopped going live. Dude, yeah, Trade. And this day, they were throwing fireworks at the gas station, at the Chevron station. Oh wow, Eva, that's crazy.
Now, what do you think would have happened if, like, you had your people up front, you know, kind of walking, and they were retreating? What would happen if, like, one or two of you are just like, all right, let's just get this shit done, and you just like bum rushed them? Like, do you think the other people would follow, or what do you think, like, Antifa's, how they would fight back?
Well, if you watch,
they seem to fight from a distance. You know, they want to throw the firecrackers and throw the paint and the balloons and shit like that. But like, what would they do if like if my professor like bum rushed them? Like, what could they do?
Well, I don't know. So it depends. It depends on them, because so in Sacramento, I'm not gonna lie, Antifa there in Sacramento would actually fucking step right up to us. Okay. They would fight us.
Right.
But watch the Antifa here. They'll run up and they'll, like, the guy swings and then he runs. Like, it's gonna happen any second here. Watch him. Yeah. He's gonna swing. Look, he sprayed him and then he ran. Right? That's all they do. These Antifa don't fight.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was bleach in my eyes. They put something. I got maced that day. Like right at this time period is when I got maced. Yeah, it was not fun getting maced. But it's not as bad as the tear gas that I got tear gassed at the Capitol on January 6th. not even close.
So I need one of those official gas masks.
Yeah, but I can't wear that shit. I just can't. I can't wear it. Oh, and you know that guy says Antifa, you fucked around and you found out today? He is not a young man. He is not a young man at all, and you can see him run. Like, that's him walking right there. He just, like, don't even give a shit. Dude,
The older you get, the less fucks you get.
Right? Dude, and so check this out. You know this van, how it's a handicap van? We were like, oh shit, it's Mini Tifa's van. We thought it was little Mini Tifa's van, but I guess it wasn't. Uh-oh, Helen's up in the house now. Helen's in the house.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you doing, Helen?
Good, good.
Hold on, I gotta switch some stuff over here now. Here we go. Because it's not showing the right thing now. Now, I gotta turn this off. There we go. See, this is why I want to move close to Drunk Uncle. Because Drunk Uncle can be this computer guy while I talk. Or maybe we can get somebody that he works with to be our computer person while me and Drunk Uncle just sit here and talk and not have to do a gosh darn thing. That would be even better, huh, Drunk?
Yeah, or maybe I could get real good at like the buttons, like what do they call him? Yakuza on Crowder. They said like how good he is, like with the sound effects and stuff. Like they were like, we're gonna get him one episode to only talk through the soundboard. Because he's always hitting those sound, like, it's almost like he knows what they're about to say.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes with the audio clips that he puts in there.
Yeah, so Trey for Trump was saying even the cops didn't show up when Antifa attacked. They were blocks away. Yeah, so that weekend, we called it the Summer of Love. We were going to have it in Vancouver. We're going to have it in Vancouver on the beach. And Antifa said they were going to show up and come after us. So we moved it to the Kmart parking lot in Portland. And Antifa went there too. But the police chief said because the Proud Boys are putting on an event and they're going to start fights with Antifa, that they were not going to come down and help us. But yeah. But so when we moved it to avoid fighting with them, Antifa still showed up. So, you know, they say the Proud Boys are the bad people, but it wasn't actually, it's not even really a Proud Boys event. I think it was put on by Latinas for Trump. I think that's who put it on. So it's called the Summer of Love.
I know there's a lot of praying and stuff like that, so I thought it was just like a Christian conservative gathering.
Maybe. Well, like, so Elza, she's the president of Latinos for Trump. She was there. Jen is the vice president for Latinos for Trump. She was there. In fact, I mean, if you look on Twitter, they're like, look, Eddie's hanging out with Elza and freaking Jen. Which is funny because they're calling me a racist, but they're Mexican. Right? My wife was Mexican and I'm a racist. And Tiny was there. I mean, there was Proud Boys there from all over the country, you know? So
I think they're trying to lump in Latinos with white people now because of that lady in LA that got caught on the mic talking about a white dude with a black son and like referring to him as an animal, and I can't remember what kind of animal it was. It may have even been a monkey or something, but yeah, so the left is they started doing stuff on MSNBC about racism against or anti-blackness within the Hispanic community and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, Jeannie says BCP was there.
Everybody's racist now. Whatever.
Yeah, BCP was there and his wife. I got the footage somewhere. His wife was like, "Oh my gosh, Eddie, give me." So I gave his wife a hug. BCP's wife, she's freaking badass. She was cool as hell. And then she started some guy called her a slave, and I thought she was gonna kick his ass.
Yeah, she debated some guy. I think he had like long hair. probably maybe in his mid-40s or something like that.
Yeah.
But she had a debate with him, and she just schooled the fuck out of him.
Yeah, BCP's wife is very smart, very intelligent. I mean, so is BCP, but, you know.
Yeah. Oh, and then she also, it was at some sort of like speech somewhere, like a small speech. And she came up, she had like her kids with her and everything, the little baby, and she just like took over the microphone, and she even called out Dustin because Dustin's little fucking crippled ass wanted to chirp off.
Dude, do you remember? I would show you guys the Twitter post where he called me out. He's like, "Come to Portland, Eddie, and we can handle things." And then I get to Portland and I'm tweeting him. I'm like, "Hey, motherfucker, I'm here. Hey, motherfucker, I'm here." I go on live. I'd be like, "Hey, motherfucker, I'm here." He didn't show up. Little bitch. He wouldn't show up. It would have been cool, you know? 2 fucking handicapped dudes going at it.
And last I seen, he's trying to be like you, getting himself an electric wheelchair.
Yeah, I guess he got an electric one, huh?
Yeah.
That's all.
I think I still the best thing ever is I put it on Snapchat or something. I have no idea. Somebody just reposted it whenever he was having a meltdown because people were putting up stickers about him or something.
Oh, that was when we were there. That was when I was in Portland. They put stickers.
Like, he just so confused on why people would want to fuck with him. And I'm just like, what fucking world do you live in to where you can think that you just go around and basically harass people for a living?
Right.
And you're upset because people like you. What the fuck did you think was going to happen?
Right. It's, yeah. Yeah. And it's fun, you know, I don't know. Jeannie says some people run their mouth and some just run. I don't run at all. I don't run. God damn it. No, but seriously, I don't run from fights. I'm not afraid. Hell, me and Chris Wizzywig went to an event put on by Antifa called White Lives Matter event, just so they could try and get freaking racist people down there, right? So it's just me, Chris Wizzywig, and maybe like 5 or 6 other patriots filming. And they're all trying, you know, and I'm getting in a fight with them. Like, not a single bodyguard around me. I'm used to being in a place with bodyguards. Not a single bodyguard around me, and I still took on this fucking dude.
Was that the water bottle day?
Yeah, water bottle day. Water bottle day.
I wish I'd have been there that day because I would have just front butt. I would have went right after him because I just looked at him and I was like, "What is this? The Hot Topic fucking punk rocker wannabe startup kit that you got on?"
Yeah.
Because like all
Eva
of
was there
it's like
that day.
brand new and stuff. I was like, you know, fucking punk rocker. Like, real punk rockers actually like stitch their shit together. It's got like holes and burn marks in it. Like that, you just look like you just went to Hot Topic and got the fucking punk rocker wannabe startup kit.
Well, I wasn't talking about that person, Jeannie, but yeah, I guess they do run. They wouldn't fight me. They said they bitch slapped me, but they didn't. What does Sneaky Pete say? Let's see. Yeah, they gang up on Antifa. That's all Antifa does. They gang up on people, right? They're literally a gang. Andy, just retire and go break away from the system and do it. Am I missing? I must not be getting live chat on here. I must just be getting top chat. Anyways. Dude, you know what? That video only has 4,375 views. I thought that video would have more than that.
What one?
Does Antifa solve the problem?
Oh, Fapo.
Yeah. You know what? I want to see, I want to see how many views my January 6th video has. How many views do you think it has, Drunk? It's been hidden for it was only up for 2 days. It was only up for 2 days, and then it got turned into a hidden video.
Yeah.
How many views
Well,
do
you
you think
probably,
that thing
you
has?
probably had. I know some of your videos. Like when I first started watching, you had close to like 1,800 people watching sometimes. So I'm gonna say if it's only up for 2 days, I'm gonna give it a modest number since we're gonna play it like The Price is Right, so I can't overshoot.
Oh wait, hold on. I got to tell you something though. Even though I hit it, people were still sharing it, so they were able to find it. So we gotta remember about that too.
Okay. And
yeah,
still need to get a modest number. I say 10 to 15,000.
10 to 15,000. Okay. Let me go click on it. Or let me go to it. No, we're way off. Hold on, let me put
Under?
No, not that high. Not that high. It is 44,000 views.
Oh, so it was under.
Yeah, you said 15,000, right?
Coming through. Crazy cripple coming
Yeah.
through.
I thought you said I overshot it. I was like, damn it.
No, it's 44,000.
Hey, I got somebody's foot. Crazy cripple.
Oh no, and look, it's private video, so you can't even fucking you know, people can't really see it except for me and you, because you have access to my thing. But I found it other places, right? I found it on Wall Street Journal. I found it on CNN, and when I tried to give them copyright strikes, they wouldn't let me. And then CNN copyright me for my own fucking video. So, you know, this was
Becky douche eggs.
This was a crazy fun day, and a bad day, and a bad day. Man, crazy. I'm crazy for feeling. I don't know how to sing. I can't sing. Do you remember the video where you were interviewing the lady with the Italian accent in DC? The Italian accent? Italian accent. I remember interviewing a lady in DC who, she had the Jersey accent. I don't remember an Italian accent.
I'm trying to think if they're talking about whoever you're interviewing, like right before you seen the commotions going on after Noble got stabbed. I think she was Spanish.
Yeah, I don't think they're talking. So which time in DC? In December or January 6th? Because I was there twice. Oh, and by the way, so I found out more. So the January 6th conspiracy trial is going to be like 3 months long, I hear. He said 3 weeks. He said 3 months, but I think he means 3 weeks. I think he means 3 weeks. I don't see why it would go on for 3 months. But it got moved up.
How long did they drag out the January 6th commissions?
Yeah, but those are just commissions. It's not an actual court case. It's and they go for full days, you know, in court. So it was around the time that I interviewed Alex Jones. I didn't really interview Alex Jones. I was just like, hey, can I take a picture with you? Although I did say I interviewed him, I think I said that over and over again. I just interviewed Alex Jones.
Did you ask him a question?
No. Yeah, I did. I said, hey, can I take a picture with you?
Oh, there you go.
I asked him a question. And he's like, I'm sorry, I'm busy. I was like, dude, you shared my video. I was the guy I was the handicapped guy who got hit by Antifa with the chain. That was you? Yeah. All right, come on. And then he took a picture with me. If I had mentioned that, I would have never got a picture with him.
He's smoking cigarettes again. After 15 years, he said he's been off cigarettes. He's back on the damn cigarettes.
I retired medical from Army after 12 years. Thank you for your service, Nels. So I have a small but consistent income, live by your means, and right? Okay, let me go to that video real quick. Let me see if I can find that video.
How long does it take pit bull puppies to stop being so crazy?
Till they're 2.
Till they're 2?
That's like all puppies, though. That's all puppies, drunk uncle.
Yeah. She seems different, though.
Go to live. Let's go by date.
She's cute, but she's annoying as shit. Aren't you? You're annoying. You annoy the crap out of Bubba, don't you? Yes, I do. I'm outside all day and I come in and the first thing I do is shit.
Holy shit. One day in DC, I streamed for 5.5 hours. In December 12th. January 5th, I streamed for 5 hours. I was free. Oh no, altogether it was 8 hours that day. I think it's this video right here. Let me see.
Hey, I'm the kid that got hit with the chain in Sacramento. The handicap guy.
Yeah, here it is. Hold on. I don't know if this video's hidden or not.
Eddie Block, nice to meet you, man. Yeah, how you doing?
Oh,
good. Yeah,
we're naked.
Oh, I asked him 2 questions. I asked him how he was doing.
God bless you. I'll see you guys in there.
Hey, let's take a real quick picture with you on my left. Right on, brother. All right, love you, man. Thank you, man.
Love you guys.
Catch you, man.
That was when I met Alex Jones. Let's see. Let's see if I interview somebody right here. You said I interviewed an Italian girl? I'm not...
I don't know. I try to get live in time to show Alex.
See, there's my press pass that the FBI fucking took.
Hey, Nels, is that a real saying or are you quoting a movie?
So, you know, we're gonna...
Because I heard that in a comedy movie from the 90s, and as soon as you said that, it just clicked in. So I didn't know if that's something they actually say or you're quoting a Pauly Shore movie.
What's this?
Don't thank me. Thank my recruiter or something.
What movie is this?
In the Army now?
Uh-huh. I forgot about this. I was able to go live for like 50 seconds up on top there.
I'm not leaving.
I remember some dude came up to me and was like taking pictures with me out there.
I tried to call Enrique, but I had no service, but I got service now for some reason.
This video only has 2,800 views.
There's some even I get, but I am not. Let's see.
Oh, you couldn't see it.
You can't really see it. I'm here at the top of the Capitol building.
Look, there's little kids up there even.
They're trying. We got all the Patriots up here. There's a lot of people leaving.
It's really bad service there. It was really bad service up there. Then there was when the cops were there. Sorry, Trade. Yeah, I can't find that interview, Trade. Sorry. You found Eddie Block January 6th. Let's see. She made a really good Patriot. It had to have been, maybe it was the night before, the day before, which that video will be over here. I think it was during the day, I bet.
Maybe it was one of the Angel Moms. Wasn't she?
No, there wasn't. I didn't speak to any Angel Moms there, I don't think. Let's see. That was December 12th, January 5th. Here we go. It should be on this one. I think it's probably on the day before. Let me see. Well, because I interviewed quite a bit of people here. See if we can find who has an Italian accent. Remember, oh my gosh, what's his name was there? Patriotic Punk was there.
Oh, and you should know that by now.
Let's see if I can find it. I'm going to try and find it, though, for you. Trade.
Yeah, everybody's writing on here. They're worried about me. They don't got to worry.
Let's see.
When they told me no colors, everybody was...
Let's see. Maybe this lady?
At your rally last night, I felt he was so emotional because the crowd was fighting for him.
Is this the lady you're talking about, Trade?
We have his back. So I would just tell him I love him. Don't ever change.
Right on. What do you think about the Proud Boys?
I love the Proud Boys. Are you guys the Proud Boys? Oh, you guys are the Proud Boys. You guys are awesome. I'm so glad. I want to see Antifa match up with you guys because they got no backbone when you guys aren't around.
Is this who you're talking about, Trade?
Good.
We're standing right here.
Nice.
So. Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, I love the Proud Boys. Love you guys. Thank you for doing what you do.
Yes, ma'am.
You guys
no
are
problem.
awesome.
Yeah. I can't tell you that, honestly. Yeah, it's not a snake. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's private information.
Let's see. There's a guy. Who is this? Maybe it's this person.
That's the right thing to do.
Oh, I bet you he's talking about her. Let's see. Maybe it's this lady. Yeah, that was Patriotic Punk.
Huh?
Let me see. Let me rewind this. He says she was dressed up in American flag garb, so maybe it's her.
I gotta stop.
Let's see. Where are you?
Right on.
See, that's Patriotic Punk right there.
Eddie Block.
Eddie Block?
Yeah, EddieBlockFilms.
Oh, cool.
You guys are live right now.
Yeah, woohoo.
You guys mind if I interview you real quick?
Go for it.
All right, here, let me give you the microphone.
Alrighty.
You just put it either clip it or just hold it in your hand. You can do either or.
Okay, clip it with me. Good.
Let me
Okay.
get my camera back to where it's supposed to be. All right, cool. All right, you're on.
Okay.
So what are you doing here today, ma'am?
I am here.
Oh wait, hold it. You don't gotta push it. You just gotta hold it. All you gotta do is hold it.
Now she turned off the mic.
I am here for Arizona to support my greatest president in history, Donald J. Trump. He is the one that the Lord Jesus put him to save our country. Okay? He will be our president for 8 more years because the Democrats, demonics, they took 4 years away with the people. He took 4 more years. By law, we deserve 8 years with our president. Okay? So he will be 8 years without in our country, okay, to make America great again.
Awesome.
Thank you, Mr. President. We the Americans.
Uh-oh, what happened?
We the people, we will fight for you to the end. So these Democrats will not take our freedom away from us. I am here to fight for my children, for my grandchildren, so they can have the freedom that I have, the freedom that I have all my life. So these Democrats will not take the freedom away from us, and from my children, from my grandchildren. That's what I'm here for, okay? And we the people, we demand the Republicans stand up for our president because that's the right thing to do. We pay you a lot of money to be with the people, for us, to fight for us, and be behind our president, Donald J. Trump. So you Republicans, you better do your job. We pay you for it. That's what I want to say. And God bless our country, and God bless our president, Donald J. Trump. Thank you so much.
Right on. I love you, man. You're so awesome. I love you. Thank you much. Thank you. You have a good day. You're on EddieBlockFilms, so you can look us up.
Okay.
Here's a sticker.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, you want? My gimbal just died. Can you unhook that? And
there you go. There you go, Trey for Trump. I found it for you. I knew I would find it. You know, I got to start cutting some of these out and putting up just the interviews again. Anyway, so we were going to go to sleep a while ago, weren't we? I think it's that time. I think it's that time. I definitely think it's that time. Well, guys, we're going to get going. Just so you guys know, though, I'm going to start putting out a lot of stuff for sale. We're going to put up shirts. We're going to put up stuff because, Drunk Uncle, you missed it, but my lawyer called me today, and we found out that this case that I have to go testify for as a witness only I'm not. It's a civil case. I'm not being charged with anything. I'm just a witness. But because they want me to rat out my friends, and I need a lawyer there who can help me when I can say nothing, you know, that it's gonna cost me $6,000 now, which I don't have. So I am gonna, you know, I don't like to freaking beg for money. I don't have the $6,000, so we're gonna try and make T-shirts for you guys to buy. We're gonna try and make magnets, whatever I can. So that way, at least I don't feel like I'm grifting like most other people. I'm selling you something that you want and you'll wear. So,
how can they even do that? It's like we're going to charge you, to make you do something, and charge you for it. I mean, financially.
Well,
fuck you.
I'm not paying their lawyer. I'm paying my lawyer. I have to take a lawyer to it to protect myself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. I thought it was like, you know, how you said you're like they're going to cover like your hotel and stuff like that.
No,
while you're there for the other.
Yeah, for the other one. No, this is not about the January 6th hearing. This is about something totally different. I filmed something and they think I know information that I don't, and so I have to go get deposed. But I was told that I shouldn't go without a lawyer to protect me, even though it's only a civil case and it's not against me. I'm not even charged with anything in the civil case. I'm
something to do with a church.
Yeah. So.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. But, so, like I said, guys, I don't like to grift, so we're going to start finding things that you guys are going to want to buy. That way I can help pay the $6,000 for this lawyer, because I was stupid. I got my VA money and I bought a brand new truck. Drunk told me not to. Drunk told me not to. But I did anyways. So, I got a new truck, though, that's in the shop. Getting fixed in Wyoming. Oh. Anyways, guys. All right, guys. Well, thank you for being here. You want a magnet? Okay. What kind of magnets do you want? I was thinking about making American flag magnets and other stuff. I got to buy some stuff and test it out to see how it works first, though. I don't even know if I can make them or not. So we'll see. But anyways, thanks to everybody for being here. We got Snooks, we got Trey, we got Eva. Hope just showed up recently. Sneaky Pete showed up recently. Jeannie Smith has been here the whole entire time, along with Nels. Gilded. Who else has been here for a while? Mike Jones was here earlier. Freaking Trade. We love talking with Trade. We don't get to see Trade as often as much anymore, but we love Trade. So, is there anybody else you want us to make a shout out to, Drunk?
Everybody.
Thanks,
Everybody.
Drunk.
Fuck you, drop dead, please. Oh, yeah, and Helen's in the chat. All right, guy back. Ah, shit. I'm trying to take a screenshot of what he wants, and every time I do it, the chat moves. There we go. I got it. All right, I will see if I can make a magnet that says that for your trucks. Dang, Panda's passed out. Panda Bear. Panda. There she is. She's my little sweetheart.
Sleep. They stay that way for a bit.
Dude, Brownie won't let me take her to the... Every time I tried to get her haircut, she would bite the person. So look, she's starting to grow a mohawk now. See it?
Yeah.
She's gonna be like the scroungy old dog or whatever. Oh, mamas. Huh, sweetheart, yes. You need a bath, though, because you're stinking again. She's starting to stink. All right, guys. Well, thank you, everybody, for being here. I hope you guys have a good day. Have fun getting your stitches out tomorrow. And glad you're feeling better. Talk to you all later. What up, Brown?
Good night.
Night.